So I want to do what we do in the dojo, where we just work out a bit and stuff like that. So I'm going to just do a collection of them and start releasing them.
Okay.
So I don't know
Yeah.
what to. I don't have anything. I have no title. I have nothing.
We could just use breaking down bits and say, fuck that guy.
Breaking bits. Do it like Breaking Bad, but we just do meth and tell jokes. I can't tell if you froze up on me. I respect it, but I personally, I like strong women.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's exactly how I want my woman, too. Just like I want her to protect me.
Yeah, Jesus. Boy, that would have been nice this month. Anyways, yeah, what if I just had a breakdown for no reason? I'm fine. I don't, it's whatever. Okay, so Joey, we're working on bits and stuff like that. What's been on your mind? What have you been working on?
I recently went to Six Flags like 2-3 weeks ago, and as I was walking in, it was almost like the first time I've ever felt like triggered in my life. Like it's like, how they say like, oh, millennials are always triggered. For 1,000 summers. I legitimately like felt that feeling for the first time of just like, God, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh, dude, like we can talk about what happened. Why?
So just strictly like just walking into Six Flags, I had that feeling because it just brought me back to like when my mom and dad were trying to save the marriage, that was the go-to move, was like Six Flags, SeaWorld. But we always were poor, and so we would just fight the entire time we were there. And none of us really liked roller coasters, and there's nothing to do at Six Flags other than roller coasters, eat roasted corn, and fight. You know what I mean? And we eliminated rides pretty much. So everyone that I was with the other day was already mad at me because I hyped this trip up like, oh, I'm so excited. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And then we pulled up to the spot, like to the parking spot, and I put the car in park, and I was like, hey, I need you guys to know something. I am deadly afraid of roller coasters. And they were all pissed off because they didn't know that. And then I'd been hyping up these rides and shit.
It was your idea.
No, it was somebody else's idea. And I was just like along with it the whole time. I was like, oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Then I've been hyping up these rides and shit.
You were like super excited.
I'm so excited. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
There's give and take in marriage. I was trying to be that guy. And
I'm so excited. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
I figured worst case scenario, they have roasted corn. And I could that's always for me, that's always been the highlight of.
You can just get roasted corn. You don't have to pay a $35 admission.
Oh.
Hi, Ian. Welcome to the corn roast.
I don't know what to do.
Why do you want to talk about this?
Well, I want to talk about it just because it just started reminding me of like families trying to have a good time while like being poor and.
If you want to be a cool kid at the corn roast, you're gonna fold her in half.
Well, I've never been a cool kid.
And my just fighting in places you shouldn't be fighting, or you're supposed to be having a great time.
There is a zero tolerance policy for drinking while you are at the corn roast.
White trash love to argue. That's like their form of entertainment.
Yeah. It's either with someone, you either find like a victim in public and you're like, we're all going to attack this person now.
Now we got to walk around the midway and have fun.
No.
My dad didn't want to be there 90% of the time. And then he'd get dragged there. And then my mom would be like, oh, go ride a ride with Joey. And he'd be like, I don't want to. Like, he's like, I don't want to go do that. Why are you making me do this? And
how old are you?
I was like 10, 12.
Yeah, that's why. He's like, I don't want to be fucking son. I want to get drunk in an amusement park and watch Bugs Bunny smoke weed behind the fucking boardwalk.
He either wanted to just sit in a chair in the shade and not bother with nobody, or he wanted to go where they have like the shitty bands. And he would just watch the shitty bands and be like, those guys are pretty good, huh? And I'd be like, Dad, I don't want to be here.
What's a picture of your dad going down the roller coaster?
I swear to God, I'm pretty sure I've seen one where he's like arm crossed, just like dude, he got blown up in Nam. You know what I mean? Like he's not fucking afraid of the Bugs Bunny ride. Like he doesn't give a shit.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, well, they should have made a Vietnam themed roller coaster. Dude, Ho Chi Minh corn dogs. Can you imagine your dad just like, oh, hey, wait. So your dad thought roller coasters were for pussies. How was he with the fireworks show?
Those explosions of light and sound make him think of something far less pleasant.
I say corn, you say roast. Corn.
Dude, he loved fireworks. He wasn't like PTSDing out at the fireworks shows. I thought he would, but he loved them, man. He would like.
That's how shitty his family life was. He actually was, he was romanticizing and longing to be back in a war zone.
Like this is one of the moments where I was like, yo, my family is fucked, man. So we were, my dad didn't want to take me fishing and he said he would beforehand. And like, I was kind of butthurt about it. And my mom was like, you're going to take him fishing. And he was like, no, I'm not. And my mom just like turned to him and just punched the shit out of him. Like the people saw it like in the hotel, like, cause we were facing the door.
Hell yeah.
And she just right hooked him so hard. And then his first response was like, well, let's go fishing. And like, he just got out of the car and we went and got the tickets and we went fishing that day. So
is this your relationship with your parents? They just both would rather go to war with each other than be your parent?
Yeah. I mean, one of them always had like someone in my family is always on the outs, like always, like it was always like that my whole life. So it's like most of the time was my brother. Cause he's like way older than me and like doesn't contribute anything to society. So he was a big part of, hey, we're all mad at Mark this week. And then my sister and my mom fight all the time. So we were all mad at Megan one week. And it was just like, there was a lot of like manipulation and shit like that. So I was just kind of like, I think I'm just going to hang out and not be mad at anyone.
You actually said something really interesting by accident. You said, this was the first time you realized how dysfunctional your family was?
Like, this is one of the moments where I was like, yo, my family is fucked.
And you know what's crazy is like, I didn't bring this up in the triggering parts, but my mom used to like take her side pieces to Six Flags with the family too. So it'd be like my mom, my dad, my brother, sister, me, and like Mark Thornton. And it's like, who the fuck is Mark Thornton? And it was just my mom's friend.
That sounds like a very unhealthy relationship, but I think it's fantastic. Isn't it great how we're just like commiserating about a terrible thing? We were so poor. My dad would call it a vacation, but like, we're not vacating. We can't be at home for a while because we don't have electricity.
I used to think like my dad was bad, and then I heard stories about his dad, and I was like, yo, he is so mild in comparison to like what he grew up with. Yeah. And I mean, like this, like my grandpa on my dad's side, he called Joe Frazier the N-word in a bar in Philly.
I remember Joe Frazier. He was the toughest guy I'd ever seen. Hit a guy so hard the guy turned his back. And I kept thinking, I want to be champ of the world, but I sure hope Joe Frazier died. Yeah.
And then, so Joe Frazier beat my grandpa's ass. Like, he literally beat the racism out of my grandpa. And he, like, after he got his ass beat, he was like, you want to come have dinner? And, like, Joe Frazier was just at my dad's house eating dinner with my grandpa.
Okay, that's okay. I can't even process that kind of like, at what point in the ass whipping are you like, stop, oh man, hey, do you like chicken? I mean, not like that.
Yeah.
Your wife makes a great chicken. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty much it, man. It was like, and then my dad walked in to the house and he was like, "Hey Ray, this is Joe Frazier. He's going to be the next heavyweight champion of the world." And my dad was like, "Whatever that means," and just like walked away, like didn't appreciate the moment at all.
Called him the N-word.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got to beat up your son too. Hold on. Do you enjoy being self-deprecating, or do you feel like you have to be self-deprecating because you have a poor sense of self?
Man, I just like being the guy that's not cool, man. Like I think that it's just funny to be like, this is how shitty my life is. Like let's take your mind off of you and let's laugh at how shitty everything has been for me.
What do you hate most about yourself?
Oh man, my lack of drive, probably.
the truth of the human condition, that everybody lies.
No, so it's more so just because, like, if I look back on my life, like every bad decision I've ever made, like every bad thing that's ever happened to me was all because of my lack of drive, or like lack of, like I dropped out of real high school. I went to a school where you just fill out packets all day. So like that was all just like, I wanted those things. I was like, I want the easiest route possible. And I still find myself doing that sometimes to this day. And then that sucks, man. Like, I want to be the guy who's like, I'm a fucking completionist. And then at the same time, I'm like, don't stop.
How are you setting up this on stage?
So when I didn't really have a whole lot of meat to it, I was doing just simply, hey, taking vacations when you're poor sucks. And or for the kids, it sucks for the kids.